Hello and welcome to For the Love of Making Books. I'm just going to do a little video here on some Bible art journaling and how simple it can be, because the focus really is on the quote or text that you're wanting to remember. So I just wanted to show you this page here. This little figure here, I was introduced to this person here, Ed Emberley, and he does a series of books on just simple drawing, and you can see some of the people here. So very quick, easy drawings, and so you can accomplish a Bible art journaling page very quickly. This is one I did beside it. Strengthened with all might according to his glorious power. And I particularly did it to illustrate the woman, the female, because sometimes we feel our inferiority or lack of strength, physical strength. Okay, so following on from that, I had thought of doing a combination page. I was just going to use markers, but I had drawn something on the back, experimenting with a whole lot of little people, and it has come through. This is not the best drawing book, but I sort of felt I would try to salvage this page. So I've changed my mind from using markers, and I'm going to use some Kuretake watercolors, which are almost like gouache paints, so they're quite opaque. So I'm not looking for the typical watercolor effect. In fact, I could have done this with acrylic ink, but I sort of felt it was going to go through to the page behind. So I'm just going to do one of these very quickly to the best of my ability, just to show sometimes Bible art journaling pages are very artistic and take a lot of time from the artistic point of view. But to me, sometimes you just want to record what you've read that day, or something you've been thinking about, and so you don't want to take a whole lot of time on the actual art. So I'm just cleaning off my brush here. But I'm looking forward to getting this book finished, and maybe the next time I would invest in a much better art journal book, because this problem of, I do a lot of experimenting with different things, you know, whether it's like this page here, or the previous page I was showing you, I was experimenting with chalk markers, but they really didn't do very well on this paper. It's more sketch paper. We have a great lack of art shops or supply shops in this country. And so we kind of rely on buying stuff, at least I do, we're buying stuff through the internet, Amazon. But then you have the problem of you can't actually see the paper, feel the paper, and sometimes sometimes you regret purchases. So I'm just trying to give a quick little background here. As you saw, I should have dried it, but I'm not at the editing stage of videos yet, so I'm just going to do a quick. I might have to switch the hairdryer on, I'm not sure. Not that you need to see me writing out what I've planned for this one here. I'm just going to turn it around a little bit. Just realised green cardigan on as well as green paint. So you don't actually have to have learned this from watching people like Rebel Unicorn or Andrea Nelson. When you do a background, I sort of always thought, well, you have to cover the background. Not sure why that's shaking today. But when she does background, or both those ladies do backgrounds, they very often just take it up close. Maybe that's just because, like myself, they're just doing a quick demo. I'm not sure, but it looks very effective, so I've started doing it too. And hopefully everything's dry enough. I might give it a quick blast just so that I can, need a bit of water, just so that I can maybe try and write my text on it. It is still wet, but so this is in real time, so you can get some idea how long it can be. Because I think that's some of the intimidating thing about art journaling, is how long it takes. So I'm just going to give a blast here at the bottom. Still not sure if that's dry enough to write on. The other possibility is to use some of your scraps from that's cotton watercolor paper. But I'll see if I can. So I've got my texts written out. I sometimes just write them out as I'm reading, and then so those are two for the bottom. Okay, sorry. So this lady's looking as if she's standing pretty resolute. That's why I chose it. And with small pages like this, I'm not going to worry too much about my writing. It's just going to be more or less my handwriting, not quite my handwriting. I don't normally do A's like that, or T's. Oh, there is back to my normal A's. It's not going to be perfect because you didn't set it out. Okay, so I might come back with the other ones and do them as well. I'm going to show you just before I leave that. Just different types of font. Like this is a font here that I just tried with a paintbrush. How could I paint lettering? That's a quote from a Bible commentary. Let me see if I got other font. You can make your font actually part. I'm trying not to smudge the part of the pattern. Okay, so that's actually a hymn. So I saw somebody doing this art exercise, and I thought, well, yeah, I could make those into lines. And I wrote Out to him there's coming a day. I haven't got this one finished, but this was using toilet roll holders squeezed to do flowers, and I'm going to make the green background actually Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound. So I'm just going to continue writing that in green so it becomes part of the background. So there's lots of different ideas for fonts. This one is actually looking at font and copying it, and it was all lined out. Just seeing if I have any other examples of different kinds of font. So it depends how much time you want to. Okay, so that's not a Bible quote. Shall we eat in the garden then? The drizzle seems a little warmer. So again, I've had a font open on Pinterest or something, and I'm actually have it ruled out, and so there's lots of different ways. It depends how much time you want to spend. If it's just quick, then you can do like this. Is what I'm actually working on. I haven't got it finished. It's the Him How Firm a Foundation. So I laid out, I did a technique in the background there, and I've laid it out very carefully. I've only got the first 2 verses done, so I've got others to do. But hopefully that has given you an idea of how you can make art, Bible art journaling part of your day. That took, I think I looked at the timestamp, it took 6 minutes there before I went off on a sidetrack there. So that's doable. It's not going to take up too much of your time. So that was Ed Emberley. He does a whole lot of series of books: Faces, Animals, Picture Pie, Weirdos, Trucks and Trains. So I went for this sort of all over Make a World one, because you get people and you get animals. Okay, thank you for watching.